The Biosynthesis Community opens its doors to you, welcoming our schools of somatic psychotherapy to share with us an insightful aspect of biosynthesis so you can get to know us and reach us out. I give the word to SILVIA Boadella in her name and in the name of David Boadella, the founders of Biosynthesis.
Welcome to Biosynthesis. Biosynthesis is a somatic psychotherapy. It was created already in 1975. David Boadella and I are giving trainings together since over 40 years. Through our foundation, we take care that all our students worldwide get congruent training standards and a protection through our trademark. Our main achievements are: we have spread a method that is deeply connected to human needs for growth, incorporating concepts and ideas that reach the soul of humans. We have worked over decades to keep the recognition of biosynthesis at an international level. All our students that go through our trainings, no matter where they are in the world, are biosynthesis recognized psychotherapists. We created and kept alive the journal Energy and Character over 50 years, which is the earliest and longest running journal of body psychotherapy in the world. David himself published over 150 articles and several books. We together have just finished a method book of over 1,000 pages, and we are delighted to bring it out to you as a source of inspiration. I would like to end with words of hope, which is the basis of biosynthesis. We believe that the COVID-19 situation will clear out. By then, we invite you all to our biosynthesis training and our international extension courses. Thank you for joining us all together now.
Biosynthesis is for me about endorsing life. And we do this primarily by endorsing the life of the body. We teach how to make connections with ourselves, with our body, with our heart, with our essence. Connections to other human beings, to nature, to the cosmos. I'm very happy being teaching this to students in Greece and around the world for the last 30 years. It is a path of knowledge and experience worth traveling and very valuable, especially for these days. Thank you.
So biosynthesis in Brazil is a really strong method, and I'm very proud to belong to that, because biosynthesis really fits with our culture. And we are several institutes spread from the north to the south of Brazil. I started the institute here with Esther Frankel and Rubens Kignel in Brazil. And then after that, the people who came to do the training of biosynthesis here in Sao Paolo, they loved so much all the structure of biosynthesis and how they changed their life in the studying biosynthesis, in the training. They wanted to take biosynthesis for their cities. So here in Sao Paulo, we are 6 different cities teaching biosynthesis. And also we are always updating biosynthesis here. But for me, the life fields. It's really the most important piece in this moment that we are teaching and put all the theoretical part here. We start our institute in Brazil in 92. So we are already so many years here. And we have also people in Argentina. They came to Brazil because we had a fantastic conference in Natal that we speak until today about the conference in Natal. And they come in Natal, the Argentinian people, Gaston, Igor, and he wants to take to Buenos Aires. So to understand the body, spirituality, and the whole the complexity of biosynthesis, I think this is my task to spread biosynthesis in Brazil. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to belong to this community. Thank you.
I'm very grateful to be part of the biosynthesis team as a senior trainer with the experience of leading training programs, teaching around the world, and very, very happy to be able to develop this body of knowledge throughout all these last 40 years together with all this community. So, but the teachings who touch deeply my heart in biosynthesis are the teachings on human potential, emphasizes the capacity of love and light that there is inside ourselves. Since the very beginning, when I met David Boadella in London in 1978, it was a great experience for me to live the concept of energy in my own experience, in my own body, as we live in a world of energy, in a sea of energy, that sometimes is light and soft, and sometimes is dense and very earthy. And we can choose to navigate in all directions and play with it. That's the joy of life that biosynthesis brings for us. Thank you, David. Thank you, Sylvia. And thank you, all my colleagues here.
I would like to share a rather personal story. For decades, I was looking for something. I had the urge, an inner urge for something. I didn't know what it was, but I had this urge and I was looking for something. And I visited beautiful, beautiful cultivated gardens, the gardens of Zen Buddhism, the garden of shamanism, the garden of Qigong from the Eastern and from the West, the garden of philosophy, Western philosophy, psychology, neuroscience. And once I ran through biosynthesis and I found out something new for me. It was something new and different. I found integration. Maybe for the first time for me, I could bridge between my heart and my spirituality, my mind and my body, my sensations, feelings and understanding. It was amazing for me. I felt like this integration, this bridge building of parts in me and of me into the society was really eye-opener, and I could expand who I am. Years after that, I took to myself to direct the school, the Biosynthesis School of Israel, and to teach biosynthesis. And I'm thankful for biosynthesis, for this opening and this integration that I experienced.
Hello. Our program for biosynthesis is running since 1994. And we have programs in Moscow and Rostov-on-Don, southern region of Russia. All these years we were supported by David and SILVIA Boadella as founders, Gerlinda Buchholz as a coordinator, trainer, and supervisor, by our beautiful teachers, and, by the way, by our excellent students. The most important thing for us is that biosynthesis is not just theory or practice. It's a philosophy of life, and it's a way of living. Thank you.
Synthesis for me is a creative and poetic method that is integrated in psychotherapy, and this is very important for me. And in 2019, Irina Solovyova and myself, we started a training in Georgia with a lot of passion, and now we have 2 trainings running there, and I would like you to meet my Georgian organizers.
Georgia is an old, beautiful country with rich history. Georgia has old school of psychology with Dimitri Uznadze and his theory of set. Thank you.
And one of our biggest dreams was to have a body psychotherapy international program in Georgia. And in 2018, this dream came true with beautiful biosynthesis.
We are glad that biosynthesis traditions are becoming part of Georgian history, and every year more and more Georgians can feel the deepness of the method.
For me, the most inspirational aspect of biosynthesis was about the integration, the reflection, and the lively vitality processes in psychotherapy. And so I was thinking about why not bringing these wonderful aspects into the coaching field. And for me, it is really amazing seeing the powerful process of the integration of the body in the decision-making process of coaching. And I'm really glad that I learned the method more than 20 years ago. And what was touching me was that through the biosynthesis method, we have a lot of possibility to reach out to the uniqueness of the person. It is not a formative process as such, but it's wonderful structured to meet a person and to reach out to the individual energy. So I'm really glad that I studied with SILVIA and David many years ago, and that I'm also part of the trainers community. And I'd like to thank everybody for being part of you.
Biosynthesis is not the only therapeutic approach for human suffering. It is, however, probably the only psychotherapeutic approach which deals with the human being as a whole, as a biological, psychosocial, and spiritual human being. And if there is something which we humans definitely need during this dividing time, it is to turn to ontology, to find out who we really are and see the human being in its spiritual dimension. Spirituality is the way to realize and feel our existence as individuals, but also at the same time inseparable from the whole. This is how unifying a person through biosynthesis becomes therapeutic for humanity. Thank you. Ευχαριστώ. Thank you, Lily. Lily was my teacher. Thank you.
For me, of course, I wrote a poem, and it's called Biosynthesis Teaches Us. Biosynthesis teaches us many profound lessons in life, such as the pathology or trauma is held within the body, but the cure or corrective emotional experience is held there too. latently waiting to be rediscovered. Bridges need to be respected, bridges between inner and outer, mind and body, action and rest, heart and soul, less and more, lungs and breath, nature and healing, language and voice, progression and regression, poetry and expression, past and present. Biosynthesis teaches us that integration of trauma is slow. The body needs time to feel safe, to trust new expression, to experience a safe, solid ground within its psyche. Biosynthesis teaches us that out of horror comes hope, that out of deep loss comes a rebirth, out of burning anger comes a stillness, out of fear comes an inner strength, out of invasion comes a no, out of deprivation comes an abundance, out of shame comes a freedom, out of disdain comes inner and outer compassion. Biosynthesis teaches us the body can lead the way out of trauma and back to the light of our inner essence, that there is no one way, one truth, one knowledge, that we are all worthy of love and belonging. Biosynthesis teaches us the body knows the way for sure. Our body has the wisdom, just listen.
At the Biosynthesis Institute of Sao Paolo, we were very happy to have new students during the pandemic, people from other cities. It was possible because the classes were online. We have 40 students doing the training, working in the social clinic and solidarity list and call. We passed together the experiences of the pandemic and social isolation. Words of my students. Biosynthesis showed me the way to deep contact with body and soul, helped me to recognize my resources and feel the meaning of the human.
Hello, I am representing Sueli Freitas from the Institute of Biosynthesis Lumen Riberao Prieto. We are the first institute in the countryside of Sao Paulo. We work in the clinic, individually, in groups, we give training and work with the community. Biosynthesis always brings to us resources to bring life in an integrated way. In this challenging time that we are all living now, we managed to take our work to a larger number of people. With online work and the project Lumen Connection, a therapeutic listening. We put our heart with presence, resonance. As David Boadella taught to us, heart can cross the ocean and can cross the screen. Thank you.
Biosynthesis excites me as a psychotherapist and as a person to seek out what is most human in each one of us, with respect for their own nature and uniqueness, so we can build a unique relationship with empathy and bond, a strong point in the training of psychotherapists in biosynthesis.
Hi, I am from Espaço Biosynthesis Rio Janeiro, or IIBS. I am very happy to be here with you, and I want to say that we are planning to start our classes and are working hard to make it happen. We believe we can make biosynthesis reborn in Rio again, because this is a form of therapy that can bring us back into contact with our resource and our own essence. I am grateful for your attention.
Hi, I live in Americana, one city distant of Sao Paulo, and Ligare is an institute with biosynthesis, and we working with adults, children with poor people, and the adolescents. And now we working in a forest, living, sending the biosynthesis in forest, and we work with the ecologists and the trees and the many things about this. And I'm happy to stay here with you. Thank you.
Welcome. And I'm a coordinator student of biosynthesis training in the interior of Sao Paolo. We have 10 trainees, and we started in April in this year. They are very motivated and very interested, and teaching biosynthesis is a great issue for all the teachers. Ana Silvia, Sueli Leles, Cris Couto, Regina Alonso, Fátima Teixeira, Liane, Wanda Márcia, and I. And integration the layers and the process. Integration for essence. Thank you.
My name is Silvina Alterman. I am a somatic psychotherapist in biosynthesis, and I am here in behalf of the whole Argentinian group. In our country, there is a school called Cuerpo en Terapia, or Body at Therapy, which is conducted and coordinated by psychotherapist Gaston Rigo. We are glad to share with all of you that we have been on an ongoing growth process for the last 7 years approximately. There are training groups in our country for professionals in different stages: initial, advanced, and continuous training as well. This year, for the first time, there is an initial course held in a national university. It's the first time biosynthesis goes in the university with a recognition, a national recognition. We feel honored towards David and Sylvia for having created biosynthesis for the whole world. Right now, we are attempting to sustain training despite the economic devastation our country is facing. For that reason, we are deeply grateful to international trainers Liani and Eunice for their economic gesture that help us keep on with this process. I'm sending a warm greetings to the whole international community. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for letting me speak. Thank you.
To me, biosynthesis is belonging, contact with the energy of life, self-care, resiliency, courage, seeing beyond, listening to the souls, expand resources, hope and faith in our clients, ourselves, in the process. Being part of the international community of biosynthesis is a pride and an honor, is love and joy. Corporalmente, Biosynthesis, Portugal. Thank you.
Biosynthesis acknowledges that life starts in the somatic level. Psychological processes and psychological growth is embedded in the life of the body. Biosynthesis is a psychotherapeutic method of great value and great worth that reconnects us with life and with its resources. That it's fully inspiring, not for all of us, not only for therapists, but also for patients. And This brings the therapeutic experience to its deepest level. This is what we call integration of body, mind, and spirit. The integration of oneself with life, with hope, and with love. We would like to share with you now a poem of David Boadella about the poetry of life. Hope you enjoy it.
When we say hello to each other, it makes it right, because we were a bit strict in talking. What do you think about that?
Gil,
Sorry,
come on.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. You were beautiful. We can breathe now and relax. I love you all, and you look so nice. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.